What up, guys? So this is pretty much a complete like random video. I was working out, and of course I just inspect my cars while I do that. And the nose panel here, whatever you want to call it, for the FJ has always looked like a little odd to me. And the reason for it is it looks like the car was resprayed at some point, which is why the color actually really does look nice. But the idiot that resprayed it never took this off and sprayed it individually, so it just created a seam, and which naturally just started cracking. So I am going to fix that. Again, since this is kind of an improv, it's probably going to take me a day or two. I got to run to the store, but I already started on the actual car itself. I also need to order the paint that matches the FJ as well, but I already started wet sanding the car. As you can see, it's all smooth here around the turns here, but you can see, you know, how terrible it really was looking. And to me, I was like, what the hell's going on? So I ripped the front off. It's really easy. There's actually just under the hood, there's just these bolts all right here, and then there's one, and then there's like two more back, I think. Yeah, one here and then one there. And you can pop that up. But for me, I had to be real careful not to peel the paint. So now I am just smoothing it all out. I'm gonna order the paint match for the FJ so I can make it look pretty. I gotta smooth it out on the actual nose panel itself as well too. So yeah, so I figured I might as well just show you guys. So right now it is really so rough that I'm sanding it with 120 and 400 depending on the thickness or roughness, and yeah, obviously wet sanding it. So let me sand this all down. I'll show you the finished product here, just so you remember. There's what that, I mean, it looked like that over there as well too, but just so you can see, and I'll show you what it finished looked like, and then we'll get to the actual panel itself to try and make that look a little bit prettier. All right, just so you can see where we're at. So I have got everything all sanded down. It is super smooth, which is really nice. There is no more lip. And yeah, this is where it was all like, you know, overhanging, and it was just a mess. So all sanded down, really nice. Obviously we have some bare metal showing, in case you couldn't tell. But yeah, no big deal. I'm going to get the paint match from the same place I always do. So wow, oh, Touch Up Direct, there you go. So Touch Up Direct, and yeah, we'll get the hood situated, so that's no big deal at all. My only problem is with this here. So the gasket around it, as you can see, this was just kind of marking it in general, so I sanded that down because obviously I'm going to paint that as well. But the gasket in general, because of the paint, it's just a mess. So I'm gonna try and save it. I'm gonna run to the AutoZone real quick, get some, I don't know, some sort of adhesive, and see if I can reline that and then hold it down for a few hours and make it work. If not, I actually know the part number, and you don't even need the part number. You can just Google FJ Cruiser hood scoop and then whatever year model, and you can find these. They're right around, if you don't go to the dealer, which you should never do, right around like 125 bucks. So, but yeah, I prefer to reuse this one because I like the color blue, and well, you can always paint that too. So, but anyway, so let me run to the store, and I'm so weird, man. In the middle of working out, and all of a sudden this happens, and I can't stop. It's a problem. All right, so we've got the gasket sealed back on. That's where this whole side was basically off. I'm gonna let it dry for a few hours, make sure it's pretty solid, and then I'm gonna see if I can sand that just to kind of get some of that paint off, because it's pretty rough looking. It also was coming up off here, so what I used was just the JB Weld Super Weld Extreme. Stuff is badass. So yeah, dries like I'd say within a minute. So you know, apply where you want it. All I did was hold it in place. I was actually thinking about like maybe taping it in place, but there's no need to. And also too, sometimes if the glue gets stuck to the tape, then it could be disastrous. So anyway, so far so good. Let's see how it dries. Let's see if we can sand down the shitty paint on it. And yeah, I'm gonna order the paint tonight. That way we can get this all done, make it all look nice and clean. And then and the reason why I'm actually doing all this is instead of leaving it and saying, who cares, it's an FJ, it's allowed to get beat up, is I'm actually about to do a ton of paint correction on the car. Buff it, sand it, clay bar it. We're gonna ceramic coat it, gonna wrap the roof. We're gonna be refreshing the entire thing. So this thing's gonna look pretty badass when it's done. We're gonna fix these lights here on the side. These are all kind of rough too, so I'm gonna paint all this up. So we are going to be doing a ton in the next month to the FJ while I'm waiting for parts for that motor build. So yeah, ton of stuff to do. Super excited to do it. But yeah, anyway, let's let that dry and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so welcome back, number one, because this is like 2 weeks later that I decided to just go off on a random tangent and and break down the little hood scoop here with all the paint issues that it was having. So I just got the paint in, or not just, got the paint in yesterday. It is from Touch Up Direct. I use them for everything. I have tons of videos, not tons, I have like 3 other videos on them. I've used them for the Z, I've used them for the WRX, and they literally are a perfect paint match every time. I'm not sure, I went with the pens this time instead of the spray, but so we have our actually Voodoo Blue, we have our primer, and then our clear coat. So probably going to do 2 to 3 coats primer, 2 to 3 coats of Voodoo Blue, and then 2 to 3 coats clear coat. So straightforward. Hopefully it comes out nice. I'm hoping so. So, but stay tuned and we'll find out together. Alright, so I am not 100% positive where we left off last, but I tried using the touch-up paint with the little brush that they give you, and it turned out like crap, although it looked better than it was. This in general has just been a pain in the ass. If the guy who painted the car just did it right the first time, we wouldn't be dealing with this, but nonetheless. So what I'm going to do now is I just kind of washed it, cleaned it all off. I'm going to wipe it all down with isopropyl alcohol. I am going to tape off the car, the area obviously that I'm going to be painting, and yeah, just make sure it's clean. And I am not going to use another primer. I'm going to leave what's on there. I'm going to lightly sand it just to make it a little bit smoother, and then I think I'm just gonna spray. We'll see what it turns out like. So, and then just so you can see over here too, same thing. I don't think I'm going to use the primer again. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't see, there's a big glare, but I hit those two spots and obviously all around the edges to try and make it look normal. And then we could ceramic coat this thing and make it really pop and protect it, because it does sit outside most of the time until we move back into the other house. We got a big garage being built right now where all the cars can go, so it'll be pretty badass. But until then, it's sitting outside in the sun in Florida. So let's bang this out. Let me get the tape in it, cleaning it a little bit more, and then you guys, I'll put it on time lapse while all right, so everything's taped off, and like I said, I'm gonna actually just go 1,000 and lightly sand everything. So so we got the 3 coats on there. It actually looks great. So I'm about to apply the clear coat that comes with the kit. And yeah, I'm not going to take you through the clear coat, but I will show you obviously the finished product before I polish it and wax it and whatever else it may be that I need to do to make it look nice. So, but yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited about it. Hopefully I can get it to shine like the rest of the car. So, but yeah, let me do that, and then I'll show you after this step. All right, so it came out awesome. Although there is a little bit of a light film kind of just from the clear coat, but that's okay. Like I said, I'm gonna be compounding it, polishing it, and then waxing it off. But let me show you up here. Up here I'll probably be wet sanding it. I'll probably start, because you can see the difference in the line right there. So I will probably start with, over here looks actually really good, but anyway, start with 3,000 to sand down the little lip that you usually get, and yeah, then we'll again compound, polish, all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, looks really good. Finished product should look brand new and not shitty like it did before, or shitty like it did after I tried to fix it the first time. So let me get to do all that, and then I'll just show you the finished product. If I do anything different besides what I just said, I'll most certainly let you guys know. All right guys, so we finished up the paint. It looks so much better. There's no scuff marks, there's no dings, it's nothing. It looks good. It looks put it this way, it looks as best as it can. I am going to be ceramic coating it just to bring back a little bit more shine. I did sand the hell out of it and buff it and everything like that, but I mean, up close I can really tell a difference between the two. I'm pretty sure you can in the camera, but other than that, it does look really good. So once I start, like I said, ceramic coat and really kind of make the car pop, it should blend it all in a little bit more. So definitely looking forward to getting that done. But I appreciate you guys checking out the channel and going through this FJ journey with me, and making this thing look pretty badass on working with what we got. So I appreciate it, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Thanks.